watch
How?
this?
How?
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 Ew,
How do you watch this?
Dude, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Hi, you're listening to How Do You Watch This, a movie review podcast where each week we recommend a movie in the genre we love, but they don't. My name is Megan, and I love romance.
My name is Demi, and I love horror.
And this week, I picked out for Demi the movie Definitely Maybe.
So, do you know the thread?
Well, the thread is it's Ryan Reynolds.
And
Oh, Ryan
There's more
Reynolds
to it.
and
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds as a dad.
Yay!
That's so good and specific.
specific.
I love it. I
So,
love
like,
this
Well, I don't.
specificity.
Yeah, I don't want to just pick Ryan Reynolds, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, he's a dad. Interesting.
Yeah.
And
That was really good.
yeah, thank you. Our movie is Definitely Maybe, and it is a 2008 movie, PG-13, an hour and 52 minutes. It is a rom-com directed by Adam Brooks, and those are the details. So
Those are the deets.
the deets. All right, this movie. Let's get into it. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, girl, I'm ready.
Okie dokie. So, our main character, played by Ryan Reynolds, his name is Will Hayes. He is working at an advertising firm in New York City, and he gets a package, and it's the divorce papers. So, he is narrating a little bit. He says that he loves Tuesdays and Thursdays because he's able to leave work early to pick up his daughter, Maya, from school. And Maya is played by, she is Little Miss Sunshine, Abigail Breslin. Fortunately, she was awful in this movie.
You think so?
I thought she was so bad in this movie.
Oh, I
Like,
thought she was cute.
well, she's like cute, but her acting was so awful. And I'm like, what happened? I love her in Little Miss Sunshine, but
I can't even
She was younger.
remember Little Miss Sunshine.
yeah, it's a goodie. But
Yeah, there's like I have fun facts about them talking about how good she did.
no, really? No way. She was so bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me
Who's saying she's
look.
good? Her parents.
Okay. Her parents. So according to an MTV News interview with the director, during her audition, she improvised a line about how gross it is to think about parents kissing, and so that kind of like sold the deal for her getting the role.
Okay.
So
Good
good. And then maybe that's it.
From the director. Great.
From the
He was the
director.
one that picked her, so.
Yeah. Okay. So the director also said that they knew that Abigail was talented and she often delivered lines in a way no one expected. So they were trying to catch her spontaneity in the filming a lot.
Yeah, they got like, badly. That's how she delivered her line.
You're so mean. She's just a little girl.
I don't care.
She's not the one who was in the remake of Dirty Dancing, right?
She is.
No. Okay. I had a
Yes.
feeling.
Yeah, she's not a good
Yeah.
actress.
I mean, but I don't know. I mean, those are big shoes to fill in Dirty Dancing. They should never have redone Dirty Dancing.
It's true. It's true.
But-
I'm shitting on her too hard. But
Yeah, you're being mean.
it's fine. This is 2008, you know.
I
we
know.
moved
Well,
on.
she's just a baby.
Anyway,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Maya. So he's going to pick her up. Will Hayes is walking to the school, and it's kind of a riot because they had sex ed class that day.
Yeah.
So of course all the kids are just freaking out on their parents,
Yeah.
and they're like, "You have sex with dad? Tell me right now!" And the boys are just reading details from the freaking book, and the parents are freaking out. So it's just chaos. But
Yeah.
they're old enough to know.
I mean, I don't know. How old are they in this? Are they supposed to be like 7 or 8?
I think she's like 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Old enough. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that basically leads to Maya making all these, talking about sex openly and all this stuff. And it leads to her asking her dad about how he met her mother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he has been telling her that he would tell her when she's old enough. And she's like, I want to know now, especially because they're getting a divorce. So she keeps bothering about it. And so he's like, fine, I will tell you the story, but I will change names. Basically, he had like two serious girlfriends, like some flings, all intertwined in this one story. So he says, I'm going to change names and you can try and guess who your mom is from this story.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, heck yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
So we start in 1992, and this is when he's living in Wisconsin. Yep. Words are hard. And we meet his college sweetheart named Emily in the story. And she's played by Elizabeth Banks. So he has big dreams, Will. He wants to become president of the United States. Yep. So he wants to basically get a kickstart of his political career, go to New York and work there. Emily, meanwhile, is not moving with him. And it's only for like 2 months he has this thing for.
It's not a long time.
Not long at all. And it's a very dramatic thing, but
everything is very dramatic when you're young like that, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. They are college sweethearts, so.
I mean, I don't know. I traveled abroad for like 4 or 5 months, and I was dating Travis at the time, and it was not as bad. But we, I guess, knew ourselves better than they knew themselves.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a thing where, where they're living in, going to New York is such a, like, big thing. There's a lot more people. A lot hotter people. So before he leaves, she asks him to deliver a package to her friend Summer, who lives in New York. Yeah. So then he's working on like a campaign for Bill Clinton, and he meets April Hoffman, who's played by Isla Fisher.
Is it Isla or is it Isla?
Well, it's Spanish. It's Isla.
Okay. Well, I don't know
how she pronounces it.
Yeah. I've seen people who write it like that, but it's Isla. But that could be a modern
Isla
twist. Oh, okay.
Isla.
I like that name. Do you not like that name? It's a beautiful name. Really?
I like Isla.
I love the name Isla. I think it's pretty.
Isla. Spell it like that.
That was one of the names. That was one of the names I thought about as a baby name at one point. But, yeah, but it's fine. I'm glad it's not anymore. Jeez.
Well, I'd be calling her Isla, so I don't know. Sorry.
It's fine.
Isla is a pretty name. It means island. But
yeah, okay. It's fine. Whatever.
Oh my god. Okay. So April.
Yeah.
She's working, she's printing stuff, and she has a lot of opinions. And basically, Will is very Democrat, of course, and he's asking her what side she's on. She's like, I'm not anything. It's, whatever, both suck. I'm not I don't like labels. And he's they're just already having this back and forth. They just are not getting along.
Right.
And he's like, no, this is, Bill Clinton's going to do so much, especially for women and all this stuff. And then on TV, immediately, the sex scandal comes on.
I know. It's so good.
And it's just really good timing. But
yeah,
he goes out with some of the coworkers. He calls Emily. He's drunk. He says she should come visit. And Emily is very, I don't know, kind of depressed sounding on the phone. Something's up. And for me, it felt like she knew that he was gonna not stay with her. At least that's what it seems like. So back at the hotel, like I said, Will's drunk. He ends up opening the package that's meant for Summer, and it's a diary.
Yeah.
And it's Summer's diary. So him and his one coworker are kind of reading through it a little bit, and Emily's mentioned in it. And he's reading out loud, and then he closes it and puts it away. But he ends up reading more of it.
Of course, under his covers.
I mean, yeah, obviously you're gonna read that.
Yeah.
So then he goes to deliver it to Summer, and Summer is played by Rachel Weisz.
Yep.
Weisz.
Yep.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think so.
And at first, the door is opened by this older man, and he's like, oh, I'm her dad. And Will's like, okay, it's not her dad.
No.
It's actually her professor and boyfriend-ish.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
sleeping together. His name's Hampton
Yeah.
Roth. He's a writer.
Yeah.
And Summer's very, I don't want to say typical New York, but like she's very just doing her own thing, independent, fun. Like she's just like, her vibe is just so different.
Yeah.
And Will immediately is like in tune to her.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
Yeah,
know?
she's attractive and she doesn't care, and she's just doing whatever she wants to do.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's attractive.
the other part is she looks at the package and starts reading it. And she's like, oh, did you read any of this? He's like, oh, like, only like a page or two. And the part where like you and Emily are, kissing and touching and stuff. So it seems like Emily and Summer had a little thing going on.
Yeah.
And
Which
then,
I think that like in this grand scheme of this story, it's just showing that him and Emily don't have that close of a relationship if she never felt comfortable sharing with him the entirety of her past.
Right. God, I have thoughts on their relationship.
Yeah.
Before Will leaves, Summer just kisses him and she's like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, whoa, what is happening? Will ends up running into April while grabbing cigarettes. She's buying the more expensive brand and he is asking her why would she spend that much on cigarettes. She says that they technically last longer because the one that he buys has some sort of chemical or whatever that makes it
burn faster. So you have to smoke more in the end.
Yeah, so she bets, they bet $20 that, she can prove him wrong.
Right.
So they're outside smoking and, really cute. Love that for him.
Yeah, as cute as you can get when you're smoking cigarettes. Like, let's be honest, it's not
So
a
cool.
great look, but I guess it's the early 90s. I guess they don't care as much about the fact that smoking will kill you someday.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Will finds out it's actually her birthday and she's out celebrating because her boyfriend got a gig in Philadelphia and chose to go do that instead of celebrating with her, which is really rude.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I'll take you out to dinner then. And she's like, actually, you can accompany me to a party because I don't want to go by myself. So they go to this party. They're talking about things. He's talking about Emily and he has an engagement ring to show her, like for her, because she's visiting soon. And he's going to propose to her. So April's like, oh, you should practice with me. So he's giving this speech and they're like playing along. And at the end of his proposal, she says, definitely, maybe, which I was like, on the nose. I was thinking she was the mom the whole time because I thought she looked exactly like the daughter. And then her saying this, I was like, it seems too obvious now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hold on to it. I already made my decision.
I can't remember what I thought the first go around. I remember I can't remember what I thought, but I couldn't remember exactly who the mom was my second watch through, and I was like, it's not her because I like their relationship too much, and they're not like he doesn't last with his wife, so I don't think it's
yeah. So then he was walking her home. He goes inside her house. They're talking, and already I'm like, Will, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Scumbag,
it's not a great look. Like, it's not.
Yeah, Will sucks. But anyway.
Well.
Yeah, no, well.
I mean, when he was younger, we don't know. Like, modern day Will, maybe he doesn't suck as much, but we don't really get to see modern day Will. So.
Were you going into European boys' house when you were away?
No, you're right. I did not do that. I did not do that. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So he notices she has a bunch of copies of the book Jane Eyre and asks why. She says that her father actually gifted her a copy of the book and she actually wanted these earrings and was upset that she got this book instead of the earrings. He ended up dying in a car accident 3 weeks later. So the book, he had an inscription inside. It was a quote from the book for her, and it was, the last gift she got from him, so special to her. But during a move, when her mom was moving, the book got lost, and so she has been going to every secondhand bookstore she would pass by. She'd go in and look to see if she found the book, and so all the copies she has are books that have inscriptions in them.
Yeah,
which is
I think
really
that's
cute.
so cute. I
Yeah.
love that.
And
Yeah.
that's really sweet. So
Yeah, and she's like very aware that the chance of her actually finding the book that was hers is slim to none, but it helps her keep this memory alive.
Right, yeah. So then they're like talking more, and she's like, her head's on his lap, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's a little bit
not
problematic.
A little bit. It is
like if it was my boyfriend who did that, I would be livid.
Yeah, it's not good. So poor
No.
M.
Yeah.
And they end up kissing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because of course they do.
Yeah. Leaves quickly.
Yeah.
He ends up going back to his hotel. He sees Emily downstairs about to go into the elevators. So he tries to run up to try and get to his room before she does. And he runs in, and Emily's already in there. His coworker, roommate, friend tries to cover up for him a little bit before he leaves. And it's just like, not good.
Which is, like, if you're about to marry someone, you should be very frank about your indiscretions and the things.
Right.
Like, if you just did this.
Yeah, it's not a good look. So they go for a walk, and he's like, did I ever tell you the story about when my dad proposed to my mom? And this story is so awful. I was like, I
forget the story. I forget the story.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I have it written down.
I only watched the movie 2 days ago, and I have forgotten.
Imagine the love of your life is telling you this story before he proposes.
Okay, right. I remember now. Yep.
Yeah, he said his dad was on his way to propose to his mom, and on the way runs into his ex. And when he runs into his ex, he's thinking, maybe I should go with her. I should just run away with her. Then he sees the mom and chooses the mom. And I was like, that's such an awful, like, if my boyfriend was telling me that story, I would be like Emily and be like, who am I in the story? Like, what do you mean? Did you run into someone and made you think twice about proposing to me?
Right. That's horrible. And it's like he's clearly linking it to the fact that he kissed that girl the night before. But first of all, she doesn't know about that kiss.
Yeah.
And second of all, just because your dad did it doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, it's horrible no matter what. So then he's getting on his knee. Emily's like, stop, don't do that. And then Emily's like, I slept with your old roommate. And I was like, why would they make Emily do this? I don't like that they did that.
No.
And
I don't like that for her. And I also don't like the fact that he shares that with his daughter, regardless of...
Right. All this stuff he's telling his daughter, by the way. I don't know in what detail, but it's being told. And yeah, I felt like it happened to make Will seem less bad. And
yeah, probably.
I really did not like that at all. So she's basically like, breaks up with Will because they just have different paths, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely need to break up at this point.
They do.
They are not doing each other. They're into other people.
Right. Oh, God. This movie. Okay. So then after Bill Clinton is elected as like the winner of New York primaries, everyone's celebrating. He does apologize to April for the kiss, whatever. They agree to be friends. They stay in touch as April decides to travel the world a bit. And then he runs into Summer again. And she's a journalist. She's single now because Hampton, the author, is now banging other college girls.
Yeah. Foul.
Horrible.
So foul. And she's like lighthearted about it. She's like, whatever, doesn't matter. But
yeah, she's
problematic
very,
man alert.
Right. So then they end up working together to write an article on this politician that Will is currently working for. Yeah. The article is really good. It makes the politician look great. They have dinner together. I want to delete this scene.
Okay.
It was so cringy.
What was it?
They're walking, and he asks her if she always wanted to be a journalist, and she's like, actually, I wanted to be a Broadway star. And he's like, you should sing for me. And she does. And
would you sing for Brett if he told you to sing for him?
Not in a public park.
No.
And it's like she's singing.
And it's not good.
It's not good. And it feels like, is she making a song up, or is this like a real song?
I think it's a real song.
Okay, that's what I was like. At first, I was like, I think she's making it up, but I'm like, actually, this might be a real song. It's just relatable.
I don't know for sure.
But as she's singing, they like montage their relationship, and so we have to listen to this fucking song. The whole montage.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair
And
enough.
I love Rachel, and I found her so unattractive in this moment.
Yeah, I mean, and that's because grand public displays of affection like this are super cringy. It's like how so I think we've talked about this before, like my sisters and I have this debate where two of us believe that it's really cringy to play music like a ukulele and sing a song to your significant other like in public, and the other two are like, oh my god, I would swoon. Like I couldn't handle that.
No, like I know it's New York, so it's like, you know, anything goes, but it's just like, it was just not cute. I hated it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they have like a really cute relationship. It seems like she's just always been dating weird or random men, and Will's kind of like the first guy that she really is into, and I really liked their relationship, so I was upset about things to come.
Yeah.
She gets a call from the hospital. It's the author, and he had like a rupture, so that's why he's there, and they talk, and it just seems like Summer's like really like into him. They have this weird connection. I don't know. It's like weird.
It's almost like she's still drawn to him and wants to impress him.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't like it. But
She clearly has daddy issues.
Yes. You know what? That is exactly what Summer is. She is the epitome of daddy issues.
Yeah.
So he brings up the article, and at this point, Will's in the hallway. He can't hear, and he brings up the article, and he's like, you need to do your job, because she, you know, did a good job writing about this politician, and he's not all good, like, you know, all politicians.
Yes.
So then the next scene, Will ends up getting a call from April, and she's surprising him, and she is talking to him about her vacation. She was with a guy named Paco, and she was like, Paco was amazing, all this stuff, but then I couldn't do it. And it's hinting that she was thinking of Will, like she just couldn't get over Will. But as they're walking, they're actually walking to a jeweler, and Will is picking up an engagement ring, and April is upset about it and like surprised. She's like, how I didn't know this was happening. He's like, well, you know, I was in a relationship. She was like, yeah, but like, you're engaged? Like, what?
Right.
We've been talking this whole time. And I think that's fair, you know, like, to be surprised, caught off guard like that when you thought
especially if you're like,
sorry.
I think that you would expect if you are comfortable enough with your friend that you are bringing them with you spontaneously to go pick up the ring, you would think that they would at least have an in to that knowledge.
Right.
And if I was really close with a friend in the way that they are building up their relationship to be close, I would expect to be told that information, to be like, I'm thinking about doing this, or like he tried to propose in the past and it didn't work out. You would think that that'd be some conversation.
Yeah, well, it's because Will's a fucking idiot. That's the, you know, the easy way to think about it. So, but, you know, she's like, it's fine. Like, I'm happy for you. And she's obviously not, but, you know, she's trying to be happy for him. So then Will meets up with Summer.
Yeah.
And they have a conversation, and she's like, hey, I had to write a follow-up on the politician. And the article is very eye-opening. It's, you know, basically he got a friend out on early parole, all, you know, like real kind of sleazy things.
Yeah.
And Will is like, if you submit this, I will not survive this. The relationship won't survive it. Like, everything will crash and burn. But unfortunately, she already submitted it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, she made the choice. She chose to put the article above the relationship because he's right in that, like, it's not a good look if you are trying to support, like, what he is trying to do is make a name for himself in the political game. And then if he is dating someone who is outing the politicians he's working with, no one's going to want to work with him anymore.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, so everything's ruined. He loses his job. Like, it's just, like, really bad. So then, I think it's about 3 years later. Yeah, I wrote 3 years.
I don't know. Was it? Okay.
3 years later, question mark. So I don't know.
I'm like very
notes.
unclear about a lot of the timelines in this.
Just a few years. So then he gets a call from April, and she's working at a bookstore. She's thinking about going back to school. So they just like relationship blossoms again, basically. He's trying to find that book for her. So every time he sees a bookstore, he stops in there to see if he finds the book. They meet up to eat one night, and she tells him that she's dating someone named Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And Will basically is like in a slump because then he was like, oh, maybe April and she's dating someone now. So a lot of missed opportunities from them.
Yeah, and also a lot of like not communicating.
Right. So then he's ignoring calls from April and then gets a missed call from Emily, but he doesn't call her back. So
yeah.
April,
I don't know that I would either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. As someone who's never experienced that, I wouldn't know, but
yeah. So April ends up grabbing Will from his place to bring him to a birthday party, a surprise, and all his like old friends are there. He rekindles his relationship with his old co-workers, and as they're bringing out the cake, he ends up slipping out of the party.
Which is so lame because they're like singing happy birthday and he isn't there. It's so uncomfortable.
I know. So April finds him drunk on her stoop.
Mm-hmm.
And he confesses that he really likes her. He like loves her. And then he like never told her because he didn't think she'd be interested in him. She calls him an idiot.
Yeah.
He kisses her, but she stops it. She's like, you're a mess. This is all messy right now. And then he like gets really upset. And he's like, well, what are you doing with your life? You just work in a bookstore. You should like go to rehab. Oh my God. I would have beat this man up. I would have ruined him.
She slapped him twice and he deserved it. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Will sucks. This is just Ryan Reynolds.
Hey, be honest. When did you start disliking Ryan Reynolds? Was it with this whole drama with the new movie that came out after?
No.
Okay. When did you start disliking him?
When did I start disliking him? It wasn't like it's a newer dislike. Because I liked him for a while and then I don't know.
He definitely had his heyday.
Years ago. Okay. I like learned more about like him and like Scarlett and stuff, and
what happened with
his
him
like
and
current
Scarlett
wife just seemed weird and like iffy. But I was like, you know, he's like all right. But yeah, just like small things started coming out.
I'm curious what it is that you heard, but
okay, I can send you stuff.
Okay. I would love.
I
listen. I love the drama that's not involving me. So
yeah. So where am I here? Okay.
She slapped him. He, you know, he has to now grovel extensively, and
yeah, so
it'll take a lot.
Sometime later, he ends up seeing a copy of Jane Eyre in a bookstore window. He goes inside and asks about it and ends up being the edition from April's father. So he wraps it up. He goes to April's apartment to give it to her, and he finds out that she actually went back to school. She was away, you know, in class at that time. So he's waiting and he meets Kevin, and Kevin's now living with April, and Will's a little bitch. So he decides to just leave.
I know this is my deleted scene.
It is mine as well. Yeah. I was like really upset by this.
Yeah. It's like the biggest asshole move you can do. You find her long lost. Yeah. I just.
Yep.
Yeah. Not a fan of that. I will be 100% honest with you. That was like the 10 out of 10 horrible.
Yeah, agreed. So then he's sitting at a bistro and runs into Summer, and Summer's like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, that's not in the picture anymore, but it's fine.
Right.
Like, Summer, you're like crazy gal.
She is.
But she's like, hey, I'm having a party on Sunday. I really would like you to come. So he's like, all right, I'll make an effort to go to your party. And then at this point, so as he's telling the story, there's like points where Maya's speaking up, and it comes back to like the present time. And at this point, Maya's getting really upset. She's like, oh my God, is Summer my mom? And are you like not my actual dad?
Yeah.
And she's like panicking. And he's like, no, like, he's like, he doesn't say no because he wants her to like actually guess, but he's like, you know, this has a happy ending. The story has a happy ending.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, it doesn't, because you're getting a divorce, which is fair. So she's like really upset. So he pauses to make some tea and stuff, and she falls asleep. So he continues the story next day, in which Maya thinks she knows what's gonna happen and who her mom is. Will's talking about the party. He's at the party, and Summer's like, hey, there's someone I really want you to see. And Emily's there. And Will's like, what the fuck? And she's like, I live here now. And so they talk, and Emily does this thing where she kind of like puts his hair back, brushes his hair back, and Maya's like, I know who my mom is because mom does that same thing. And then you get a little montage of every time Emily's done that in the movie.
Yeah.
And she ends up being correct. And we see Emily walk up to them, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't think it was gonna be her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like a good choice for it to be her because I don't think it would have made sense with it being summer. And then
No.
I wanted the possibility of something being able to happen with April. So, because you want there to still be love, Demi. It's a love story.
Anyway, Will and Emily, who's not actually Emily, her name's Sarah, are hanging out with Maya at the aquarium, and Maya's like really trying to make them stay together, and it's just not it. You know, things are finalizing, and Will tells Maya that the happy ending is her.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute.
Lame.
That's cute. You loser. Oh my god.
So then I wish this movie ended here.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why after.
I don't even think you need to tell me. I think I can guess why you don't like it.
I had straight up PTSD. So
okay.
Will decides after all this time to give this book back to April. And so he finds where she's working now, and they talk a little bit in her office. She's single now. And so he gives her the book, and she's like, where did you find it? And he's like, funny story. I've had it for a while.
Yeah.
And she's like, get the fuck out of my office, which is very fair.
Yeah, rightfully so.
So she kicks him out, and then I don't know how much time passes. I don't think a ton, but Maya's talking with her dad again.
Yeah.
Will, and she brings up how April's the only name that he didn't change in the story. And she's like, I want you to be happy, Dad. Girl, you're just crying about this divorce. Like,
well, listen, kids get over shit fast, I guess. But basically, Maya's very encouraging for Will to just try again, you know? So they go over to April's apartment, and they knock on the door. She's like, I'm not opening the door. He's like, we're gonna count to 30, and if she doesn't open the door, we're gonna leave. Yeah.
So they're like counting, and Maya's like, just tell her the story.
Yeah.
They get to 30 and end up walking away, and then April runs out, and she's like, wait, like, what story? And so then Will is like, he tells her that he kept the book because it was the only thing he had left of her. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Can you imagine if your partner...
No, I know.
Kept...
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying you're wrong.
It's so icky.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
April invites them into the house so Will can tell this story, I guess. And they kiss, and that is the movie. Yeah.
I did feel like the clit. I did feel like
the clit.
I felt like the kiss was anticlimactic. It was a disappointment. It felt like there wasn't enough of like a buildup of the relationship now to lead to the kiss.
I guess. I don't know.
You clearly don't like it all together, so.
Well, I like them together. And I think for April, this works out.
Yeah.
You know, like, he wasn't fucking around with her.
Right.
Every other chick got fucked around. Also, I don't know, I just like think Will's horrible. I just think he is a horrible person. And poor Emily is just like the last choice he had. He really was like bottom of the barrel. I guess I'll marry her.
I don't think that's the case. No.
Yes, it is. He was so into Summer. It was crazy. And then he was really into April. And then he couldn't get with either of them. So then he's with Emily.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't think so.
Rewatch the movie right now. Throw it on. Throw it on. Yes.
I don't think so. But I don't think they played up the reconnection very much. Like, I kind of wish there was more of that build up with his. But I think the reason why that they don't show him super into her is because he's getting divorced from her. Why would he be romanticizing that?
That's fair, but I don't know. It just, for me, he had no energy for Emily the whole time. She was just like, even when he was proposing to her, he was basically like, I am choosing you, but only, you know, because I think I'm a good person.
It's not great. He's not like really showing their relationship in the best light. And I don't like that he told his daughter that she cheated on him when she's 9 years old. That's a conversation for your daughter when you're like, she's in her mid to late teens, early adulthood. Like, You save that information. Yeah, I don't appreciate that sort of stuff, but I don't know. I think he was still finding himself, and I think that I think it could have been told better. I think it could have been told in a better way. I do.
Yeah, like they could have been on a break.
Yeah.
Broken up, but
Right.
That didn't happen.
They should have at least done that, but
so, I don't know. I just feel like it was very unfair for Emily, and I know she cheated, but I don't believe she did. I think
you don't believe she did?
No, she did, but I think this male director was like, she has to look bad so that Will doesn't look as bad. He only had a little kissy.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I also don't I don't think she's like that great of a person.
She seemed fine, she's here.
She was just a lady. Woman, she was very...
She was no Summer.
No. See, you keep saying Summer. I think April was like the best, right?
April was fucking annoying too.
You think that April was annoying?
Yeah, I didn't like April. No.
I loved April.
I didn't like... I don't know. She had that quirky
Manic
vibe.
Pixie Dream Girl kind of vibe.
Yeah, but like not a hot one,
You don't think she's hot?
No.
No way. I think she's stunning. I was literally almost said at the beginning, I think she's so pretty.
She's pretty, like girl next door,
But you need her to be...
Yeah, she's no Rachel. She's no Summer, okay? She was fine.
Oh my God.
She was fine. She smoked. That's gross.
Yeah,
okay?
but they all did.
Will can have her. I don't want her.
Jeez.
Congrats, Will. You won.
God.
Anyway, my memorable scene was the mom reveal.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You were actually surprised?
I was surprised. Yeah. I don't know who else it would have been because it was like, well, it's not going to be Summer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then when they were at the party, I was thinking about the voicemail Emily left. Like, Emily has to come back.
Yeah.
And she did. But yeah, I was thinking it was going to be April. But like you said, it was like their relationship just... they had like the best type of relationship in the movie. So I'm like, it just feels like...
He's the only one she didn't actually date. Like she's the only one he didn't actually date. Yeah.
Right. Main character conflicting. I put other.
Okay.
One night, sure. A relationship,
well,
no.
It is a one night thing. It is the smash or pass is one night.
Yeah.
The fall in love is about to be what I'm sure is going to be like a 1 or a 0.
Well, okay, side character, I chose Summer. Smash.
Of course she did.
Okay, fall in love, I put 7 because if I was April in this situation,
Okay. Interesting.
No wrong.
Okay.
If I'm someone else, not good. But and if I Will in this situation, I could see like falling in love with April. I feel like April, not like I guess like understood him the best. They just had the best like chemistry. So I put like a 7. I think the biggest negative was the book thing. That was like really selfish of him. Because it is a thing where she could have found it herself, but also, he grabbed it, so no one else grabbed it. So there was always that chance that.
Yeah. I mean, he should have given it to her immediately.
Yeah. So.
Because that would have repaired their relationship. They would have become friends again.
Yeah. No, it would have, but he was just a little piss baby. Saw Kevin and was like, no.
Yeah.
He was as if she didn't go with you to get a fucking engagement ring, fucking idiot.
I know.
Okay. Anyway, recommend. I wasn't sure. I did say no, but I didn't think it was a bad movie. I think as a romance, it's bad. I didn't like it as a romance. When I was saying I had PTSD, it reminded me of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, no, it does. It reminded me a lot of it.
Yeah, and it was really upsetting.
Yeah, I know. It just
felt like a whole thing of like, I don't know.
Because you watched it through to the end, right? How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
That was the last episode was literally...
Girl, I don't even want to talk
mad. Speaking of studying abroad, I was studying abroad and me and my roommate watched it together and we were both livid. We were like, this is how it ends. We were sobbing. We were like, this is ridiculous. I couldn't. The last season's dead to me.
Okay. Yeah. For like anyone who doesn't know, we're gonna spoil it because don't fucking finish it.
Don't watch last season. They ruined it.
No, it was so good. The show is so good.
It's such a good show.
Yeah, basically, the main character is telling his kids about how he met their mother. And you're waiting. And then the last episode, you see the mom, and he's like, this is how I met her.
Yep.
And she got sick and died.
Yep.
Same episode. And that's not the worst part. It's not the worst part, because at the very end, the kids are like, we could tell you really loved Aunt Robin.
Dude, I hate that so much.
And it was basically, the whole thing was just him, like, really being in love with Robin the whole time. And he goes to go be with her at the end. I was like,
no.
What?
I hated that, especially because they built up Barney's character. They gave him this whole character arc.
Barney and Robin together was like, for me,
I know. It was so, they were so good. And then like they had this arc and then they were gonna get married and it's like, it was so sweet. And it's like, why destroy that? Why destroy that? Just so that we can, on one last episode, have it be Robin that he ends up with. At least let it be Barney who died. Like, what the, like, don't. You know what I mean? Like, don't have them separate because they can't make it work. I just hated that. No. I hated that. I didn't like it. And if they wanted it to end that way, they should have done things differently. But they shouldn't have done it at all. Because the mother was a cute choice and they should have just done that.
Yes. It was... And we get nothing with her. We get nothing. Nothing. And it's just like really upsetting. But
there
anyway.
is a cut. I did watch a cut where they like basically removed everything that was like bad and then they redid the final episode. And really? Yeah, it's like watch this to heal your trauma sort of a thing.
Ugh, I might have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie reminded me of that. Not as bad as that ending, but like similar vibes, you know? It's just like, it's giving weird. I don't know.
No, it was very similar to the point where I was like, did the How I Met Your Mother people watch this movie? Yeah.
Where'd you get this idea from?
Right.
So, yeah, what would you rate? What would the movie?
I think I didn't really think about it until just now. I think probably like maybe a 3.5. It's not like the best of the best. I think it's a fun, light watch. More of a background movie than like I'm loving it. I remember enjoying it more when I first watched it, probably because I liked that whole like not knowing who it was and the fact that there's like it's almost 2 love stories in one, or it's more than 2 love stories. It's like a handful of love stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. Like he wasn't a great guy, and it's not for the history books. So
yeah, I gave it a 3.2.
Okay.
So not much lower. Like I said, I don't think it was a bad movie.
No.
But I didn't like the romance in it, so I'm like, I can't give it that high because of that. But I did find it interesting. I liked the idea of trying to figure out who the mom was. I liked, I liked the actors in it, except Maya, sorry girl, but she was cute. Like she's a cute kid, so
yeah.
At least there's that. Going for her, and yeah, that's what I got for this movie.
Okay, so a couple of the fun facts. In an interview with the AV Club, the director Brooks said that he kind of took elements from his life, his relationships, and political work as inspo. Also, the idea of it being like set up as a detective story where you don't know who the mom is was a later detail in later drafts. They didn't initially come up with the movie with that idea. Unlike with Amityville Horror, Ryan Reynolds apparently did build a relationship with Abigail Breslin, and he said, of course, this is his take, but he said that he and her would hang out between takes and read children's books and play board games together. So it really helped build the rapport. And later on, Brooks said that they had kind of like this brother-sister sort of relationship or bond. At the time, Fisher said that April was the most fun she'd had in a rom-com. So it's funny that you hated her so much. Yeah. There's an unverified claim somewhere that Reynolds did some improvisation, but there's nothing to say that that's true or not true. The flashbacks when they were filmed with a warmer color palette and to give it a little bit more of like that feeling of a memory. And going through that.
It's good that he had a nice relationship with this actress, because I learned later after recording Amityville Horror that on the set for that, he accidentally slapped one of the fucking kids.
What?
During one of the scenes, and he said he felt terrible. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting that he said he had like no relationship with them intentionally, and he fucking slaps one of the kids.
That's nuts. What the hell, dude? How do you accidentally hit a kid?
In the moment, you know, he's trying to be an actor. Fucking
No
caught.
way. No way. The
What an
way.
idiot.
Oh my god. I'm sure he felt horrible.
Oh god.
That's
Horrible for his career.
atrocious. That's atrocious.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Oh, god. Yeah.
Accidentally slapping kids.
No, not
how it
good.
goes.
Not a good look. Believe it or not, not a good look.
I felt inspired to pick this movie.
Okay.
Due to the state of Philadelphia and my house. We had a recent infestation when we came back.
Oh my
and
god.
There were a bunch of flies everywhere.
No!
And I was like, where are all these flies coming from? And if anyone doesn't know, Philadelphia city workers went on strike, which included the garbage collectors,
Oh god.
service people. And so we had a giant trash bag in our back room. Brett discovered there was maggots coming out of the fucking bag. So we had to quickly remove it out of our house. Everything's fine now, but that's where they were coming from.
Damn.
Good news is the strike is over. So our trash will be getting picked up. But it's been smelling like fucking shit and ass in Philadelphia. More so than usual, you know?
Right.
It's already really
It
bad.
already smells like pee all the time.
Yeah, so imagine that with garbage.
I
just
forgot that
flies
the strike
everywhere.
was happening. That was going on for a little while, wasn't it?
A few days, yeah,
Yeah.
a few days. Because the mayor blows huge ass. But anyway, I don't want to talk about her. So
Okay.
I'm choosing the movie The Fly for you, and it is
Right.
the 1986 remake with Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
It is not supernatural horror. It's sci-fi. So I told you I would give you something different.
Okay.
And The Fly, in a nutshell, is just about this scientist, and he creates this invention, and it ends up going wrong, and he starts to transform into a
No.
man-fly hybrid.
No.
And
Shut
yeah,
up.
That is the movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but I watched it a few times when I was younger, and I really liked it.
Get out.
But it is, yeah. So we'll
That's
see how
gonna
you
be
like
insane.
It.
Okay.
But yeah, when I was seeing all these flies, I was looking at the one. I was like, disgusting. I fucking hate flies. And I was like,
Yeah, they're gross.
ooh, the fly. I know what I'm picking next.
God.
So let me tell you where
Alright.
you can watch it.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Sorry.
Great. Alright.
Possibly Prime. I don't know.
Okay. One of those
To
like.
take a look for you. But
Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited to rewatch this again. It's been a bit.
Okay.
So
All right.
all right.
There we go.
Cool.
There we
Cool. I'm so
go.
excited for you.
Thanks. Da-da-da-da. All right. Thanks for listening to How Do You Watch This? You can find us on Instagram at How Do You Watch This and TikTok at How Do You Watch, or email us at howdoyouwatchthis@gmail.com. If you like the show, support us by giving us a review or recommend to a friend. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.